If we want to stop wars, end injustice, and create a safer world, where should we begin? The answer might surprise you: it starts in the classroom, and even in our own hearts. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Social Studies Simplified, where we understand the past, engage the present, and shape the future. Today, we're exploring a powerful idea that goes beyond classrooms and textbooks. The concept of peace education. Peace education is not just a school subject. It's a lifelong process of learning how to live in harmony, with ourselves, with others, and with our planet. It adapts to the culture, history, and needs of each society, while being guided by universal values like compassion, fairness, and respect for life. What is it? Why is it essential for our communities and the world? And how can it shape not just what we know, but how we live? Let's break it down, step by step. Culturally and socially contextualized. According to UNESCO in 2005, peace education must be rooted in the social, cultural, and even spiritual context of each country. This means that what peace education looks like in one nation may differ from another, but it should always be enriched by global human values and principles that unite us all. There is no single universal definition, but rather many forms shaped by context, needs, and global concerns. R.D. Laing's perspective. R.D. Laing in 1978 explained that peace education responds to conflict and violence at every level, from personal struggles to global wars. It's about more than stopping harm, it's about building just and sustainable futures, beginning in our own hearts and extending to the world. Schmidt and Friedman's view. In 1988, Schmidt and Friedman described peace education as a holistic process, nurturing emotional, physical, intellectual, and social growth. It is grounded in values like love, compassion, trust, fairness, and cooperation. It also builds vital skills for resolving conflicts and living harmoniously, reminding us that peacebuilding is a shared responsibility of all humanity. Betty Reardon's definition. Betty Reardon saw peace education as a way to promote planetary consciousness and global citizenship. It aims to transform the social structures that keep cycles of violence alive, so we don't just end conflict, but we also address the root causes. Paulo Freire's approach. Paulo Freire emphasized conscientization, developing critical awareness and the courage to act. Peace education, for him, is the bridge from a culture of violence to a culture of peace, where people recognize injustice and work collectively to change it. Cora Weiss and the Hague Appeal for Peace. Cora Weiss highlighted that peace education should teach about human rights, gender equality, disarmament, social and economic justice, nonviolence, sustainable development, international law, and even traditional peace practices. In other words, it's a broad education for building a fairer, safer world. UNICEF's view. For UNICEF, peace education develops the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes that prevent both visible and hidden forms of violence. It empowers people to resolve conflicts peacefully and to create the conditions for peace at personal, community, national, and global levels. Castro and Galace definition. In 2010, Castro and Galace described peace education as both a peace-building strategy and a conflict prevention tool. It transforms mindsets, attitudes, and behaviors, building awareness, empathy, and a commitment to action. It advocates for nonviolence, justice, environmental care, and lasting peace values. Core concepts of peace education, UNESCO. UNESCO's core concepts summarize it well. It's a remedial measure protecting youth from violence. It promotes the total development of the person. It instills human and social values. It develops skills for peaceful living and peacebuilding. And it benefits not just individuals, but humanity as a whole. So, when we talk about peace education, we are talking about more than teaching people to avoid conflict. We're talking about building a world where justice, compassion, and cooperation are the norm. It starts with awareness, grows with action, and blossoms into a shared commitment to protect life and dignity for all. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Social Studies Simplified for more content on history, peace, and social change. Together, let's keep learning, so we can keep shaping a peaceful future.